What's up, guys? Welcome to Nutarot. I'm an energy and intuitive reader, and I'm here to do the You versus the universe for Libra. What's up, Libs? Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys are doing swell today. So today we're going to do your You versus the universe. I'm gonna see what you're doing versus what the universe suggests. I do offer personal readings. The information is in the description box below. Let's begin. Libra. I feel like, side note, the universe has money or stability being hidden from you right now. Side note, I feel like the universe, like, I don't feel like you're in need of it, but I do feel like you are aware that you're going to need some type of money or stability soon or in the future, something like that. I don't feel like it's urgent. Whatever this is not urgent. But I feel like the universe is keeping something hidden for you. They do have it for you. But I do feel like they are testing you. They're keeping it hidden for a reason. They're testing you to see, like, okay, it's like the universe is like about to, make a way for you to buy a car, right? And they're like, okay, well, we're going to test Libra to see, does Libra deserve the 2020 or does Libra deserve the 2026, right? So they're gonna test you for a while, I'm hearing, because this is not something that you need instantly. Like, you don't need it like right now. So they're going to test you for a while to see, are you worth, like, what kind you're gonna get. Are you gonna get either way either way you're gonna get something. It just depends on the goodness of it, or how something looks. So just make sure that you're treating others the way that you want to be treated. Make sure you're being fair, including you. Okay, always include yourself. I always tell you that. Um, mm-hmm. The universe wants to show you how lucky you are, but they want to make sure that you can handle it, because a 2020 car, it's not the same as a 2026, right? Like, there's different levels. There's going to be different maintenance. There's going to be different things, and you need to be in a different mindset, right? Like, if you're driving around in a 1997 whatever car, you don't really care much about the car, like, whatever, right? What versus a 2025, you're more careful. You're more like, okay, I have to da 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 da. So the universe could also be trying to see how you take care of things, right? So make sure that you are taking care of things, even if it's not your own. Like, I never understood people that go to hotels and leave the place trashy. Like, obviously you go to a hotel to whatever, but at least clean up. Like, at least clean up. Like, I can't. I can't. I can't understand how people do that. Like, just leave shit everywhere. Like, you're not gonna put all your trash together. You're not gonna put all your towels together. At least do that. You're not gonna put all the food together, tie it up. Like, you're not gonna do none of that. Like, it's crazy. I mean, that's just a personal. That's just the me thing. I don't care what it is. I treat everything like it's mine. Okay, so that when the universe gives me something, they know that I can take care of it. Like, wow, you take care of shit even when it's not yours. No, that's always how I've been, right? We should always take care of things even when it's not ours, because that's how you show the universe what you're ready for. Okay, that was personal thing I said. The Emperor in reverse, 7 of Cups. All right, side note, Aries energy here. I feel like a lot of you guys need to release control, okay? You could be trying to control or manipulate someone or a situation, and you need to release control, okay? Others of you, there's confusion right now, and you need to release control and stop trying to, like, if you can't do something the way that you always do it, then do it differently. Like, release control so that the fog can go away. It's like the fog is there and you're like, well, I have to make it to Emerald City. Like, it's okay if you're late. It's okay if there's some delays. It's okay. Like, if you have to wait for the fog to clear, wait for the fog to clear. I suggest you wait for the fog to clear, because there's too much confusion, and I feel like it's about releasing control and just allowing the situation to be what it wants to be, even if you don't want it to be what it needs to be right now. Okay? All right, Leaves. Another message, the 5 of Coins. You need to leave that person out in the dust. Yes. Okay. You could be thinking about bringing somebody back into your life who is in lack. They might need your help. They could be begging you for help. No. If anybody begs you, that's a no. That is a red flag. I don't care if it's a family member, a friend, or a lover. If anybody has to beg, that means that they are lazy and they don't want to. This could be a Taurus or another Libra. This is somebody who is, anybody who has to beg is because you're lazy and you're not willing to do the work. This person is lazy and not willing to do the work, and they're begging. Okay? So you need to not fall for their begness, okay? Because somebody here is in lack because of their own shit. We all have lessons that we all have to do. This is somebody who's like begging you to help them cheat on the test. Mind you, you studied, you did the work, and they knew the test was going to happen, when it was going to happen, and they were just chilling the whole time. They didn't give a fuck. Now the test comes. Oh, Libra, can you just let me please? Just let me cheat on you, off of you? No. Okay? You guys have to stay a straight line. That's not you. Helping somebody cheat is not good, because you're not helping them grow, and on top of that, you're creating karma for yourself. I don't care if they say that. I don't care. I don't care. That's why homeless people and stuff like that, like, man, a lot of people get themselves in a situation that they're in. 99.9% of the people get themselves in a situation that they're in because we literally create our own lives. So if your life looks like a way that you don't want it to look, it's because you created that. And either you accept it and accept the challenges that comes with it and do what you have to do, or you give up. And there's two ways of giving up. My opinion. One, when you give up, you become homeless. When you give up on life, when you give up on learning your lessons, then the universe can't protect you, because you need the earth, a home comes from earth. Or two, it's either one, you become homeless and you don't know what you lose a lot of things because you're not able to keep up with the levels, because if when you're on the video game, it gets harder and harder every time, right? But life is like a video game to a certain extent, because you can't just turn off the game when you want to, right? You can't. Not life. Tomorrow's gonna happen. Tomorrow is destined to happen, so you cannot give up. And I feel like people that do that give up on life or their lessons or whatever, like I said, they become homeless, or their spirituality just stops. Like you don't grow spiritually, which means you're not supported by the universe, which means you become like that. Like there's like no there's no good thing from not learning. It's like it's from not learning your lessons. It's like either you become homeless when you give up on life, or you become toxic. You become the devil. And both are bad, because with the negative energy, like, that all comes back to you. If you have to become a toxic person in order to, survive life, because you don't want to deal with life what it is, then all of that comes back to you. All that negative energy comes back to you, because you got to pull that out from somewhere, and it always, like, it owes you something. It's a I'll give you this now, but you're going to owe me. And you don't know what you're going to owe me later, but just know you're going to owe me, and it's not going to be good. But I'll give you all this power right now. But just know it's going to come with a price, right? But no one knows the price tag. Sorry. No one ever knows the price tag. The price tag is always just dollar signs. But everybody, that negative energy, that devil energy is so good at manipulating people who are on the verge of giving up on life. Because I always say this, like, you can say, oh, this sucks. You can say it's okay for you to say that life sucks. It's okay for you to say that this is not okay. It's okay for you to say, I want to give up. It's okay. Your feelings are valid. But if you take action and you do and you give up, now you lost. I learned that the hard way when I was young. I always tried to I always thought that, like, even expressing a negative emotion was bad, right? But I learned that that's not what it is. Every single emotion is valid. As long as you don't take action on that negative emotion, it's okay. You're supposed to feel the negatives. But a lot of people, that's why there's so much hurt and pain on this world, because everybody feels a negative emotion and they're going to act on it. Oh, ah. Imagine if the whole world acted on all their negative emotions. There will be nobody. There will be none of us. The world is still standing because of the good. The good souls, the good hearted. That's why the world is still standing. Because the good people have not turned toxic and negative. Because if not, this world would have ended a long time ago. It would have ended a long time ago. And the universe is changing their tone. I mean, the world is going to end in a few hundred years anyway. But it would have ended a lot sooner if it wasn't for the good-hearted people. I don't know why I'm talking about this. I'm done. Over here, what you're doing is the Ten of Cups in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, the Temperance, and the Five of Wands in reverse. Sagittarius energy here, Virgo energy here. Okay, it's gonna be about your family. Doesn't have to be though. I feel like you are choosing peace, like for real, for real. The Five of Wands in reverse is peace, and the Temperance is just a major arcana of peace. Like you have done something in your life that shows I'm going to be peaceful forever. Like you could have just joined a spiritual tribe. You could have just joined a religion, whatever. You could have just decided I'm going to, not drink anymore. I'm going to not do this anymore. You decided my life is going to be peaceful. I'm going to drink, eat, sleep, peace, period. You did something that is going to, drastically. You were supposed to. It was part of the process, okay? I feel like your family or somebody here is very miserable and they're not holding themselves accountable, okay? I feel like whatever you're doing is a really good thing, and you're telling somebody and someone's like being a negative Nancy and trying to, they could be even making fun of you, like, you're spiritual now? What, you believe in yourself now? Oh, man, throw them in the garbage. I bet you're triggering them, Libra. I bet you they want to do what you're doing, but they can't because they're a bozo. That's what it is. You're triggering this little bitch, because that's what they are. Could be an Eight of Swords. I mean, could be. Yeah, this person could be trapped in their life, and they're seeing you. Wow, you're just choosing peace and tranquility. You're not trapped. Oh my God. People have just been, whatever. Eight of Swords, Seven of Coins in reverse, the Fool, the Five of Coins. Could be an Aries, Leo, Sag, Virgo. That's all I have right now. I do feel like, I feel like this person is going to feel like trapped. They're going to feel like I said, you're triggering them. They're going to feel like you kicked them to the curb. They're going to feel like you are no longer hanging out with them. Like you're throwing out all of our friendship. Like, yes, I'm spiritual and you drink and like to party every single day. I cannot hang out with you. And I understand that. I had an ex a long time ago. I've been single for a really long time, but I had an ex like 5 years ago it was the same situation. Did not understand. Like, I'm about to go on this journey. I cannot, and I understand this completely. Okay. And, I feel like someone's like, it doesn't have to be that, right? It could be whatever. I'm just using that as an example. And I feel like with the Fool, you're taking a risk on your peace, on your tranquility. Like you're doing something good. And someone's like, you're going to leave us here alone. Yeah. Like, and that's how you know that they weren't never on your side, Libra. Because they're not even trying to think, oh, wait, hold on. Libra's about to go be a minister. Like, she can't be out here partying. And, like, they're not stopping to think about that. They're not. They're just like, you can't, we're not gonna have to take shots anymore. You're not gonna, like, drink liquor from my belly button anymore. Some of y'all were wild. What's the Ten of Cups here in reverse? The Four of Swords. Okay, yeah. I feel like, they're just like, you're too calm about this. Like, they might turn it on you like, wow, like, you're too calm just leaving us here. Like, yeah, I'm calm because I'm peaceful. Are these people dumb? Like, you're calm because you're peaceful, you're tranquility. You're calm because you don't want to fight, you don't want drama. You're calm because your life, like I said, you decided to drink, eat, sleep, peace, and now they're attacking the fact that you're a peaceful person? Man, some of the walls, they're mad because you don't want to challenge them. You're not fighting them. You're not, man, you're letting them say whatever they want. You're like, whatever. Man, you're a wussy because you're whatever. You're not fighting them back. You're not, because you, I love this. It's so beautiful, Libra. Because you know, you're like, man, I'm at peace. When you at peace, you don't need to fight. I'm gonna kill you with my words. All you need is words. When you're at peace, when you're a peaceful person, you could trigger people by just walking. They're gonna be mean and bitter and angry forever, Libra. So I would just not even show up on anyone's birthday for real. What's the Hermit in reverse? The Strength card. Leo energy here. Yeah, I do feel like, they're not going to hold themselves accountable here. They're going to hold back. They're just going to not talk to you and they're just going to not show up, whatever. I also feel like you're also going to do the same. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I do feel like if you have anything at their house, you need to take it because they're not going to take care of it. If they, I'm saying one sweep. You need to do one sweep because if you are like, oh, I'm gonna come back for this, they're going to change the locks. They're going to do something to it. They're gonna take advantage of the fact that you're being peaceful. Oh, you're being peaceful. Well, I guess what are you gonna do if we do this? Just dumb. Okay. The Ace of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you're choosing yourself. You're choosing self-love. And they're mad because they don't know what that is. They don't even know. It's not comprehending because they settle and they kiss ass for a living. You don't. What is a Temperance? Could be a Scorpio. What is a Temperance? The Chariot and the Ace of Swords. Could be a Cancer. Yeah, I feel like you know the truth. The universe is guiding you to this peaceful energy. You're like, man, I can clearly see that the universe is not talking to you. But shit, they talk to me now every day. They talk to me every day. And I can't ignore it. But clearly, you don't know what's going on. But shit, I know what's going to happen. I literally had a dream about what's going to happen for 5 years from now. And I'm going to choose peace. Because in 5 years, you're going to wish that you chose peace too, motherfucker. The 10 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like they're making something so hard for you. Because you're choosing the right path. I feel like anybody that chooses peace and it triggers someone else is because they know that they're doing the right thing. They know that they should be choosing peace as well. It's like the universe is like triggering and showing a mirror. The Two of Swords, because you're so calm, bro. I feel like they're putting a lot of pressure, but you're coming off so calm. Like I want to like confirm that for you. Okay. Look at this card. This is the Two of Swords in reverse. Calm. She's sitting on the rock. The full moon is there. You should watch your moon sign. This could be your moon sign. Just calm waters, just relax. This is the side where it's chaotic and there's a storm coming, right? But this is you. You're calm, collected, going with the flow. Very good. Very good. All right. What's the Five of Wands here? You have the Tower. Yeah. They didn't expect this from you. You didn't expect this from yourself, but you're handling it they're just not handling it well. That's not your fault though. The Ace of Cups in reverse because they don't love themselves. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You can't trust their movements at all. You can't trust them because you trigger them because they're not doing the work. So anything good that you decide to do is going to trigger them because they're miserable and they're not healing. What is the Eight of Swords? Which is why you need to stay away from them. What's the Eight of Swords? The Two of Wands. Okay, yeah, I do feel this person's going to be, these people or this person is going to be forced to look another direction because they're going to be stuck. Like you're not coming around. The Five of Wands, they might try to compete with you here. The Four of Cups. Yeah, what you don't see is they're going to try to compete with you. Like I said. So make sure that you one sweep. Everything that you take it at one shot because they are going to try to compete with you and be like, oh, I guess you don't need this. What's the Seven of Coins in reverse? The Emperor in reverse. Yeah, I do feel like, this is going to have to, you're gonna have to release control for this because you might have already did this, and it's like, maybe I'm seeing a table. Maybe you left a table there, and then you guys meet up, and you I'm seeing someone trying to open the door and they can't open the door, whatever. It's kind of like maybe fuck the table. You know what I'm saying? You could buy another one. Whatever it is, it's not that important. It's a material thing with the Seven of Pentacles. So you could buy another one with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. It's like that table was on its last leg anyway. And everything is energy, I feel like everything that item could just be holding on to negative energy from this situation, which you don't want to bring into your healthy space. So it's kind of like release control. And if they do that, where they're like, oh, I'm going to hold this so that you're gonna have to talk to me, or you're gonna have to whatever, then just, it's okay. You don't need that table. You could figure it out, right? Maybe it's an expensive table. It's okay. You could buy a cheap one now and save up money for the, like, do not like, you know get out of this energy because of what they're gonna do. Okay, because that's what they want you to do. They want to be like, oh yeah, Libra, you're so whatever, you're so peaceful. How about now? Okay, the Nine of Swords. It's gonna cause stress. The Ace of Pentacles. Just buy a new one. And if it's like something, I don't feel like it's something that expensive. But if it is, you can take time. Like, this is not something that is essential, right? You can make do for now. All right. What is the Five of Coins? I'm seeing an RV. Some of you guys could be buying an RV. Where's the Five of Coins? You have the Fool in reverse. Okay, yeah. I feel like, you shouldn't take a risk right now, but I feel like some of you guys did that already because I feel like they're going to mess with your shit. The Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah, it's going to cause delays, and the Ten of Wands. Yeah. I feel like you put so much trust. Man, you're crazy, Libra. You're crazy. It's like you waited too long. It's like you were like, you know what? I'm going to just leave this right here. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go find somewhere and I'll be back. But you were gone for mad long, and it's like, you were depending on that table, and it's like you could have bought certain things, and like I'm saying, like, you got an apartment and everything, you moved in and everything, and whatever this is, like, you were like, okay, well, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna have a home welcoming party, and I'm gonna use that table. Da 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 da. I'm gonna go this morning and pick up the table and to do the welcoming party, and I'm gonna put all the chips and whatever, and then, like, you can't get the table, so you can't have the party, and it's just, what's the Fool? The Two of Cups in reverse. Yeah, they're gonna like turn on you for real. The Ace of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, this could be somebody in your family. It could be at work. Okay, this could be somebody who you guys had a lot in common at one point, and like this person is just gonna just flip the script bad. I feel like you're gonna have to take a risk. Um, like I said, and say fuck it and just go to Walmart and just buy a table, or you know take a risk and not have the party. Maybe this is like a light, and maybe you need light, right? You can't, and you just been, this whole time you've been, around your apartment with like a little flashlight, and you're like, that's all right, I got the chandelier at Kanisha's house, I'm just gonna go over there. And then you go over there and it's like broken, or you can't get it. It's like you can't have the party then. I do feel like this is gonna suck. I'm not gonna front. Um, I feel like, but I do want to confirm for you that this is how it's always happened. Once you choose peace, once you choose tranquility, here comes an opposite energy trying to knock you down. This is like the Hunger Games. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, but it's a movie, and it started as a book but it turned into a movie. And it's where certain people get picked from this whole community and to fight for their life, basically. It's a very poor situation. So if you win, like you get a whole bunch of riches or whatever. And basically they're put in like a simulation arena, and people can control that arena. So sometimes if they wanted somebody on the outside, if they wanted it to rain, it could rain. If they wanted it to whatever, it's gonna be whatever. And that's kind of what this feels like. It's kind of like, there's always this kind of how the universe is. Like there's always gonna be, and in the game or in the movie, right when they were about to like succeed or whatever, here comes something. Oh, all of a sudden, freaking acid rain out of nowhere, freaking starts acid raining, and now they have to figure out how to get away from that. Um, there was a forest fire that happened out of nowhere. They had to figure out how to get away from that. It's the same thing, and it's like someone was always watching them. So as soon as they got close, the acid rain, the fire, whatever. But just like in the video game, the universe works in not I keep saying video game. I don't know. Is it a video game? I don't know. Just like in the movie, the universe is kind of the same thing where the universe there's, you can if you're pay attention enough to the universe, you can work around the situations. Right. Point is that there's always going to be an opposing force, Libra, especially when you are choosing like willingly. Okay, because now you're ahead of the game. What did I think I said this to Leo too. I don't know. You're ahead of the game. Okay? A lot of people have to be forced to choose peace. They don't just walk into it, you know? So you're going to be tested. Okay? But when we choose peace, um when we choose peace, when we're healing ourselves, when we're one with the universe, because when you're in the temperance energy, you're one with the universe. Like the universe talks to you, you talk to it. All right? When you're in that energy, you're able to pick up the patterns of the universe. Because the universe talks to you. You become more attentive, you become more aware, okay? Rather than other people who are just sleeping, they're not realizing, oh shit, acid rain happens every 3 days. They're not realizing that because the universe is not allowing them to. The universe is not opening their senses like they are to you, right? Because you need to be open in order to see shit. Like when I first started my spiritual journey, shit, I was looking through a window. Like, I was looking through a window. If y'all go back and watch one of my first readings, I was so sweet and I was so cute and icky dicky dicky and I was like this and I was like that. Right? I didn't know what the fuck I was getting myself into. I was at the door. I was at the door like this. I was at the window, I mean, like this. And I'm like, oh, this looks so nice. Wow, this feels so great. And then I got inside. I'm like, this shit crazy for real. It's not like the books. Then that's when, I cracked, right? Because we all start somewhere. And then once you realize what it really is, then you're like, oh, right? And I loved it once I actually went in it, because when I was looking out the window, like I was like, oh, this seems okay. Like it's not like it wasn't okay, but it just seemed like something's off. Something's off. Something's off. Um, it's like you subconsciously know that you're like looking through a mirror. I mean that you're looking through a little window. Like you subconsciously know that like this is just the beginning, sweetheart. It really was though. All right, I don't know why I'm talking about myself so much in this reading for you. So I do apologize. I'm not trying to be about me, but maybe that's gonna help some of you guys. I think a lot of you guys are in a spiritual journey. And I just want to let you know that you are going to be asked to as well to be the rawest side of you. Okay, I'm also gonna say this to you. When I first started my spiritual journey 7 years ago now, um I'm an Aries, okay? And when I first started, I tried to water myself down. I go I'm an Aries. I go 0 to 100. I used to be bad. All right, I'm definitely a lot simmered down. My energy definitely is more exerted when I do tarot because tarot exaggerates everything. So obviously, whatever, but I'm an Aries, so I have that fire energy in me. And the first thing that when I first started spirituality, I'm done with the reading. I'm talking about myself right now. I feel like somebody needs to hear this or whatever. When I first started my journey or whatever, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have a guide or anything like that. I was just listening to myself. And I was like, all right, well, the first thing that I need to change is me going 0 to 100. Like, I looked at myself and I was like, the worst thing about me is I go 0 to 100. Like, I did not let people, I did not cut anybody no motherfucking slack. Okay. Um, which I kind of still have that energy, but it's portrayed in a better way now, in a healthy way, right? Um, like I want to help people now. I'm not gonna cut you no slack, you know, in a way to help you, right? But anyways, so when I first started, I was like, all right, that 0 to 100, I need to work on that. So how do I calm myself down? The first thing I thought about was meditation. I did not want to do it, but I did it because I wanted to better myself. All right. So I did it and I was meditating I was meditating. And while I was in meditation, in that meditation process, I was working on watering myself down. I was working on um closing that flame. I was working on closing my thoughts because I always had so many freaking thoughts all the damn time. And I was just trying to shush everything down so that I can find quiet, right? But within doing that, I realized during that process that I was pushing myself so far down that I was losing my flame. Like, I was losing that fiery, right? And I thought that I had to extinguish that. But I realized through meditation and the process that no, that part of me, the fire, I'm an Aries. I have that fire, that energy, that raw for a reason. I also have Pluto in the first house. Those of you guys that know astrology, so it's just I'm just extra intense. I'm just on 1,000. You could be standing next to me and you're gonna feel my energy. I'm very intense. My energy is very intense. I was born like this, okay? And the more whatever. Anyways, so once I realized that I was watering myself down, and that's not the way. Through meditation, like I said, I found out that we're not supposed to completely erase who we are because who we are is essential. You know, if I didn't stop working in the way that I was working with my energy in the beginning, I would not be the new tarot that I am today. I would still be like I was. Literally, go watch the oldest video that I have on there, and you'll see completely two different new tarots. Okay, and that's what life is. It's about changing, growing, and expanding. And once I realized it's not about shutting down the flame, it's about realizing how you can use that flame for your to help others for your betterment in a good way, right? Tarot is for me, right? Everybody has a different thing, but that energy, that rah, that whatever works amazing with energy, works amazing with tarot. It's just the best because I feel the energy so whatever. And that's why I've been like this all my life. When my parents used to have parent teacher conference, I don't know why I'm chatting so much with you, whatever. I'm going with the flow. When I was young, they always, the one thing that the parent teacher conference always said was that I talk too much. She's always talking. She's always talking. She's always talking. And people love to talk to me. Like, I was never a troublemaker. I don't start trouble ever. I never did. But people love to talk to me. And I remember, but trouble would come to me. Trouble would find me because I talk to everybody. And I'm so friendly. Like, I remember I would tell my teacher, like, my teacher would be like, Anuska, stop talking. I'd be like, they're talking to me. What, you want me to not talk to them? That's mean. And I would always say that was always my excuse. They talk to me, like people will pass me notes. I'm going to answer if you're going to pass me a note. Let's whatever. I never started the note passing. I never started the whatever. People would always just put me in the shit. I'm gonna be there. Whatever. But guess what? Now that's working into my favor. Now the fact that I talk a lot, now people want me to talk. Yes, go ahead. I've had people when I had the comments open before tell me, "Nah, if we could hear you for an hour, I would sit here and watch it for a whole hour." Obviously, not everybody likes long readings, but now me talking a lot, now me having that is something that I could use, right? So there's that's just an example for some of you Libras that it's like who you are. There's certain parts of you that is you and you can't change it. And the most that you can do is like learn how to control it, right? Because I'm like it's like you have it's like a flame. It's not about putting out the flame, right? It's about learning how to work with the flame and da 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 so it doesn't overburn you or something like that. I don't know. I just feel like maybe you need some encouragement or something. Um and that's why I kind of spoke about myself a little bit. Sorry about that. I don't talk about myself a lot. I don't like to. Okay, so I wasn't doing that. I don't like to talk about myself, okay? But if it's going to help one of y'all, then I'm willing to do it, all right? And I feel like that's why I'm being guided to say that. But I feel like it's okay if it's okay if also what you like people don't like. It's okay for you to keep being this temperance energy. Just don't lose yourself. Don't try to be, I do feel like you should accept who you are and don't try to change yourself like I did, right? Don't try to water yourself down. Um, Obviously work on those characteristics, but do not try to erase the characteristics. Instead, try to better them. All right. So that I have for you. I hope this helped. Have a good day or a good night whenever you watch this and stay positive.